What's up, everybody? Welcome. This is Big Nick's first live show by himself. The boys at IOW were very kind enough to send me some equipment. We got everything up and running. So without any delay, let's start the show.
The IOW Network.
What's up, everyone? Welcome. So we had a big day in the sports world. The NCAA tournament bracket gets released. And just as it's finishing up, as I watched the last bracket, which my North Carolina Tar Heels got number 8 seed. Bad matchup around 2. If they win, they go against Baylor. And I flip on the NFL Network. I'm over at the kids' house. I'm hanging out with them. And what do I see? What do I see? Tom Brady says he's coming back. Yes, sir, Matt. I talked to the boys today. I was like, who wants to do a show? Lamar's on the road. Jamel's working. And I was like, all right, I'm going live then for the first time by myself. I'm like, I got too much to say tonight. So before we get too deep into everything that went on today, let's cover some of the preliminaries. You can follow us on our YouTube channel, IOW Sports Network. You could follow us on our Facebook group there for those that are new to the show. A lot of fun going on in there, a lot of conversations, a lot of comedy, a lot of interesting takes. It's been fun. We're growing. We're over 260 members. So for those watching, if you've been partaking in the group and you want to help us grow the community, share your friends, tell people. That's how it grows, word of mouth. Of course, we do our main broadcasts Mondays and Thursdays from 4 to 6 right here. So let's get right into it. So we're finishing up the tournament, the bracket reveal. And what happens? Tom Brady says he's coming back. I know a certain podcast that airs on Mondays and Thursdays from 4 to 6. And we discussed it. Matt, you were there for it. When he announced his retirement, I said word for word, he's going to stay home with his wife and kids for like a month or two at most. And for those who don't know, I call Gisele Gumby because she's tall and thin and she's got no curves anymore. So I said, he's going to stay home for like a month or two with Gumby. And then we're going to hear that this motherfucker is coming back. It wasn't even 2 whole months. It was dead on, Matt. Do you remember this? A month and a half ago, I said it. I was like, there's no way this guy's sitting home. He's going to go home, be the worst dad ever just to get thrown out of the house for a little while. And that's exactly what he did. So you got Brady coming back now. The day before NFL free agency, less than 18 hours to go until the market opens and the temporary tampering period is upon us. So what do you guys think? Anybody watching? What do you think that's going to happen? What's your team? Who are you looking for? I'm a Jet fan. There's a couple players that I want. I don't expect any big high price moves, but I expect a couple mid-level moves to come in, guys who help fill out the roster for our previous regimes and how many draft picks we've missed on throughout the years. We really, really need depth on this team. You saw it this year. Jets are getting injured left and right and bringing in just guys off the street to play. There wasn't a large so many guys got hurt, first of all. But there wasn't a lot of I'm new to this, so gotta give me a minute. I'm learning my way through the StreamYard menus. No, I don't want him. Boom. There we go. Comments. The touchdown ball ain't worth shit. Yes, sir. You're 100% right. I saw that this afternoon around 12:30, I think today, 1 o'clock. An alert comes in on Bleacher Report, and it says somebody paid $518,000 for Tom Brady's last touchdown. 6 hours later, less, right? It was at 7 o'clock. What do we get? Tom Brady's coming back. How distraught. You might be suicidal. I mean, granted, if you have $518,000 to purchase a ball, you're probably not stressing money like a lot of us are. So, but man, that's a tough pill to swallow. I don't care how rich you are. You drop $518,000. That's like buying a brand new McLaren and crashing it as you drive off the parking lot and totaling it. It's ruined. It's worth nothing. Very, very, a very poor purchase by this gentleman. I assume it's a gentleman. Can't anymore. But yeah, man, what do you guys think? What's going on in your minds in the sports world? You know, I think it's good for football that Brady's there, because there's not a single guy that we love to watch lose as much as Tom Brady. And I will say this, I enjoyed watching Matthew Stafford beat him. And I enjoyed watching Brady walk off the field a loser. I want to do it more often. We'll do it every year. I want to think there's a retirement game every year. It's just fun at this point watching Brady lose. Matt, I would be Matt would be out there like, yo, baby, I'm available from August to January. Good stuff. Yeah, so it's like I said, it's good for the league. It's good for the league that he's playing. You know, I know the odds dropped for the Super Bowl, for winning the NFC, but you got guys like Ryan Jensen, the center, Gronk, Fournette, Carlton Davis, the cornerback. You got a lot of guys on this team who may have already made up their mind. They're gone. You know, they didn't win it this year. I know Godwin was out. He got tagged. Mike Evans is still there and still available. So it's going to be interesting to see who stays and who gets on board with Brady, and who just kind of shrugs it off and be like, you know what, I'm tired of my career going year to year. I'm not going to do this for you. I'm going to do it for me, and I'm going to go get paid. I'm going to go get my contract, because if they're asking me to stay with you in Tampa Bay, Tom. Oh, what's up? New viewer to the show, my buddy Mike Mantages. What's up, man? Oh, the Watson joke? Yeah, that was a good one. I saw a tweet this weekend from a Seattle fan that had Deshaun Watson photoshopped into number 4 with Seattle, and then a fan tweeted on it. It said Dixon is number 4. He's going to have to make a move. And I replied in quotes, Dixon is what got Watson in trouble in the first place. So, Mike, yeah, you got to follow our YouTube channel. Obviously, I think you're on YouTube if I posted this in the Jets fan group. Subscribe to our group, man. We got a fun show. I do it with my buddies Lamar and Jamel. Lamar does a late night show. I love the family, man. Last I saw you, I think your oldest was about to be born. So awesome photo with you and the kids and the wife. That's good stuff, man. I'm happy for you. Nice. Yeah, this is my first live show, Mike, by myself. So I'm learning the navigation here. Usually I'm just the Artie Lang of the show who sits there and makes all the dick jokes. Who wins the Super Bowl? Pre-free agency, it's hard to tell. A lot will happen. Where's Von Miller going? Is he going back to the Rams? I would say you gotta be the Rams, right? They did it without Robert Woods. They did it without Akers through the regular season. They're going to have to replace Whitworth at left tackle. Excuse me. Let me get some fuel. The Giants. Come on. Only if they're playing the Patriots, they have a chance. Only if they're playing the Patriots, brother. Miller said he was going back to Denver. He didn't say it. Like, he teased it, right, Jamal? He did like a test the waters type of thing. They're going to give me 50 or 48. So it's going to be interesting. You know, I think Denver's a third-place team in that division. I think they're behind the Chargers, and I think they're behind Kansas City. Jets. Wow. Shots fired, Mike. You know what? The Jets won the Super Bowl in 1969, and anyone who knows me knows how much I love that number. That's the perfect year to win. If the Jets win once every 100 years, I just hope it's in 69, and my kids can come to my my gravesite and tell me about it, because I will not be there for it. I am not living to 91 years old. I might even make 61. Yeah, it is. You Matt, you're 100% right. But they're built, man. And you want to hear something interesting about the Rams? And I bet you none of you guys know this. Do you know which NFL roster in 2022 had the most guys drafted by that team on it? What's up, Doug? Welcome, Doug. You're going to be surprised, because we all joke about the Rams. We all joke that the GM wore the fuck these pick shirts at the draft, right? What did he do? He went out and won the Super Bowl. The team, the organization, they win the Super Bowl with the most amount of drafted players. It shows they've been hitting. You know, they've had a lot of guys on that team in mid-rounds who've contributed. Yes, they've given up their ones the last couple of years for guys like Miller, Ramsey, Stafford. But when you got Cooper Kupp playing unbelievable, and his right-hand man, Robert Woods, was out, they brought in Beckham. Sorry, you can tell I got Jets on the brain, right? I'm saying Becton. You got Odell Beckham Jr. now, who might be an elite third receiver, right? We might not look at him and we might not think that Beckham is elite, but you put him out there next to Woods and Kupp, who were tearing it up together, it's a very, very good chance that they are. Bucks are taking. Oh, we got somebody drinking while watching the show here. Bucks are taking the NFC back next season. They barely took the NFC South back. Let's calm down. They couldn't even get out of the second round. We got double click. There we go. I think it just shows he hates being at home, Doug. I call his wife Gumby on the show. She's tall and thin, got nothing to her anymore. She lost all her curves. I said on the show here, the day we heard the retirement, I said he's going to go home for a month and a half, 2 months, and he's going to announce he's coming back, because he's going to hate being there day in and day out. And you can literally mark your calendar. It's almost been exactly a month and a half. Tomorrow would be the day. It would be 6-7 weeks tomorrow. So it's I feel like he's holding Tampa Bay hostage too, to be completely honest. I feel when you look at Tampa Bay, Ryan Jensen was a free agent. Godwin's a free agent. They tagged him. Fournette, Carlton Davis. They got a lot of guys who want to go get paid. Gronk is a free agent. They have a lot of guys who want to get paid. And it's like almost like they're going to be like held hostage to go back to Tampa Bay to try to run it back one more time. You know, somebody like Fournette, running backs don't have a very long time in the league. Their longevity is very, very minimal. It's the least amount of any position, I believe. So if you're these guys, you want to probably get one more good contract. You go back and run it back for 1 year. What if you get hurt that year? You know, you're a running back. You hurt your back. You hurt your knee. You're going to be done. People aren't going. You're going to be a goal line back, and you're going to get $2-3 million a year, which for us sounds amazing. But in the NFL, when you're used to $10, $12, $14 million a year, that's hard to accept. What what is it? Brady's wife has talons for toes. And she used to have hips, but now she's built like Gumby. There's no other way around it. Any chance get that? I don't think so, Doug. I with 48 million, I know we can cut the center McGovern and free up 9 million, and we're going to cut Van Roten, not Van Roten because he's rotten. We're going to cut Van Roten and Arizona walk. Yeah, we'll get into the tournament. I know Brady and the NFL take precedence over it. They shit on him. Brady not getting it. I hope not. Anthony, I said early in the show, I'll say it again for those watching now. Guys, I absolutely loved watching that last drive with Matthew Stafford and watching them go down the field and watching Brady get eliminated on his home field, have to shake hands with everyone, have to leave, all the questions. I love that so much. I want to watch it year after year after year. I want to see it every single year. I want to watch Brady get knocked out, and every year I want it to be less and less. Next year, I want it in the wild card round. Year after that, I want it in his last regular season home game. I want it to be like my Carolina Tar Heels defeating Coach K and Duke at home. I want to watch it on replay time and time and time again. Honestly, the Bucs should trade Brady to San Francisco for Jimmy and some picks. I don't hate that. If you're Tampa Bay, if you're Tampa Bay, why not, right? Why not? Now, I think Brady has a no trade clause. Don't quote me on this. I think he has it. That's why he said in the tweet, I'm coming back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He controls his own destiny, right? So it would be very interesting if he goes and speak to them, right? You got a month and a half. We got 5-6 weeks till the draft. If you're going to make that move and you're Tampa Bay, you want those picks this year. You want to have that this year. We got a comment on top of this. No way he would do him dirty. It wouldn't be dirty, Mike. If Brady has the no trade, he would have to approve it. I believe he signed a 2-year. I know John Malazzo is a big Brady fan. John, if you got any info and if you know about that, let me know in the comments, please. But I'm almost certain Brady went no trade clause. And that's why the tweet, like I said, says Tampa Bay. I'm running it back with Tampa Bay. Oh, obviously, man. Obviously. That's everyone's opinion, except John, the Bucs fan. Let me see here. Give that man who paid all that money for Tom Brady last TD. Oh, big man. I talked about that already. $518,000. It was like buying a McLaren, driving it off to the parking lot, and you crash it into a pole 5 minutes later and total it. Yeah, we got Rutgers in the tournament in the play-in game. So like they're not officially in the tournament yet, right? They're in the play-in game. So it's going to be interesting. No, I don't like this mode. Sorry, I'm familiarizing myself with the StreamYard format here. I'm gonna make sure I get everybody's comments up here. Vikings just paid Kirk $35 million. I need to be friends with Kirk's agent. He's always getting overpaid. Kirk Cousins is the mystery man of the NFL. Absolute mystery man. $35 million. He's made almost $250 million. It's insane. He just keeps getting paid $30 million a year. Every 3 years, he's making almost $100 million. If we bring Convo to fantasy, who your top 5 picks? Pull PPR league. I think Kupp is there. I'm not a McCaffrey fan. I would not touch McCaffrey. Jonathan Taylor's up there. Dalvin Cook's up there. In the mock that I did a full round 1 mock. Oh, hold on. In honor of Matt and his love for LeBron James, Jamel chiming in from work with a fuck Kirk Cousins. Fuck Michigan State Kirk. Fuck Washington Kirk. Fuck Minnesota Kirk. Fuck Kirk anywhere he goes. You like that? This is the most we've ever talked about Kirk Cousins on the show. Rutgers is in the field of 68 technically. Yeah. They're in the tournament, right? Because the tournament's got expanded to 68. But to me, and if as much as I'm rooting for Rutgers, even though I wear the Carolina colors all the time, Rutgers being 15 minutes from me, I'm a big Rutgers fan. Go to the football games, try to get to basketball games maybe every other year or so. They're in it, right? But to me, Doomsday is Thursday, St. Patty's Day, and the opening day of the NCAA tournament. There's no way I'm making dinner. I will be in a coma by 5:30 that day. There's no way in hell I survive that day. So, what else we got going on? I saw something here. Oh, Jonathan Taylor, Dalvin Cook. I don't put McCaffrey up there. A healthy Derrick Henry's got to be there because, if he plays the whole season, he's getting 400-plus touches. And give me Kupp, right? Kupp, Taylor, Cook, Henry. Maybe Adams. If it's full PPR, those guys getting 100-something catches are huge. Mike, I agree with you. I actually saw your comment. I saw your comment as right after I said it. Yeah, I agree. I think we're getting into a day and era where even the elite running backs are going down. And if it's full PPR and you got somebody like Kupp getting 140 catches and double-digit touchdowns, it's easy. It's easy to take the receiver, right? The guys who are going to get a lot of touches. Big shots Thursday. I'll try. I went there one year for it. I'm not too sure where I'm going to end up yet for it. Okay, John did time it. He has a no trade, but guarantee he waives it for San Francisco. I would. You have that running back, Mitchell. You got a line. You got good receivers with Ayuk and Debo. You got Kittle, the tight end. You love tight ends. You team Gronk up with Kittle. Holy shit, that defense with a healthy D-line and Bosa healthy, that would be very interesting. Trade him, I believe it's $15 million dead cap. Yeah, they can move it. They can do something with it. But I think it speaks volumes when Brady said in the tweet that he's coming back with Tampa. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun to watch. It'll be fun to pay attention to. You're going to end up on the floor, passed out with your Jets hat still on. No, I don't pass out, man. I know when it's time to go lay down. You never know, though. You never know what can happen on St. Patty's Day. I got to wear the Carolina jacket with the Jets hat, and I'm not drinking the green beer because when I eat like Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles, it freaks me out to have the green poops the next day. Cowboys trade Cooper, but going to sign Michael 5 years for Cowboys keep fucking up. Blah, blah. I like the player, Gallup, but with the foot, the ACL, the groin, the quad, 5 years, $65 million. I've been very, very interested in Christian Kirk with the Jets. I figured Kirk would come in about 11 to 12. Excuse me, beer burp. I figured Kirk would come in about 11 to 12 million a year. So like 4 for 44, 4 for 48, somewhere in that range. But this contract scares me now. That might push us, the Jets, right out of it. But it's Dallas. Dallas does this. They gave Cooper $22 million, thinking he was the top receiver in the league. He's been average. He's been a little above average. He's missed some games, so it's only 70 catches, 900-something yards he's averaged, I think, the last 4 years, one of my friends said on another podcast. Where does Juju end up? I see Juju. Honestly, I think he could end up in Tampa Bay on a 1-year deal and go line up with Goodwin and Evans. I think that can be somewhere where he increases his brand, he increases his nonsense, he goes to a professional team with a good leadership in the locker room. Not that he's a bad locker room guy, but he's a little immature. And I think that could be a place where he finds a good role, which would be scary for the rest of the league. Godwin, Evans, and Juju all lining up together. Oh, yeah, John, I said this Thursday on the podcast, amongst many other times. They won't win shit till Jerry Jones dies. Jerry Jones took over the GM in 95 or 96, and they haven't won a fucking thing since he took over. The teams that they won with were built by Jimmy Johnson. The Switzer team won, built by Jimmy Johnson. And they haven't won a fucking thing since, right? So he's good at picking out the star. I say it all the time. You can pick the star. But if you can't pick the grunts, you can't pick the guys who are good at building your team, your depth, you can't win in the NFL. You need depth as much as you need the stars. You need role players as much as you need stars. Stars are fun. They get the headlines. They put their faces on the commercials and the pregame. But they're not going to win a title with this team as constructed. I'm not a fan of Dak. I say it all the time. Tony Romo and Dak Prescott have less career playoff wins than Mark Sanchez combined. That's it. It's flash. There's no substance. Come out in the playoff game, they look like shit against the 49ers. Bad play calling, bad coaching. Mike McCarthy is not a great coach. So back to the tournament. The top teams. Gonzaga got the number 1 overall. Kansas has a 1. Baylor has a 1. And Arizona has a 1. For those watching in the group in IOW Sports Network on Facebook, we're going to run, I should have it up tonight, maybe after the show or tomorrow. We're going to launch a ESPN bracket challenge. We're going to do it for $20 a person. You can comment on the link when I post it that you want in. One of the guys or myself, we will private message you the password once you pay. We have Venmo and Cash App. Once you send it, and we'll post all of this in the information. I'll tag you guys that are in the room now. For those interested, tag your friends in it, and we will get that going. What is this here? Last thing, love him or hate him, Cap to Seattle's the best move. They can make a QB. He's a P type of guy. Yeah, don't disagree. I think it's somewhere that will take a chance on him. If they don't go for Watson, or if Watson ends up in Carolina, I think Cap is a notch or 2 fallback. You got Drew Lock. I think Geno's still under contract. You bring in Cap, compete, and see if you can still play. I think the best thing for them to do this year, like I've said before on the show, this past week, they're better off tanking. Next year, you got Bryant Young coming out and Marcus Stroud. You got the Ohio State and the Alabama quarterbacks coming out, and next year's a great year to be bad. Sometimes it doesn't play out that well. Like this year, there's no elite quarterback, so Jacksonville couldn't dump out and get a shit ton in return because nobody wants to go up for any of these quarterbacks. You're better off waiting. So it's going to be interesting. You know, we got the free agency tampering starts tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting. Give me, I know Matt's Giants. Mantages, you're still here. Your Jets. Anybody else? John, you Patriots? I forget who's who. Let me get something here. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to drop a commercial, and I'll see you guys in 30 seconds.
Here's the Detroit Mayor with IOW Sports, asking you to tune in to our live show streaming on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube every Monday at 4 p.m. and every Thursday at 5 p.m. Join me and Wildcard Mob and the big homie Nick Shine on the IOW Network. And don't forget to like and subscribe our channel and call and rep your team. Bitches, sing.
back, everybody. Yeah, let's we got free agency going tomorrow. So who's your squad? Who you looking for? Who I'll give you my opinion about who I think will come in. If I'm the Jets, I'm looking right away at DJ Jones, the run stuffer from the 49ers, D tackle. He's excelled in Robert Saleh's system. I think he's a guy that we go try to get immediately. Like I'm talking 5 minutes after it opens, when all those first names start coming in. I would love to see that be the name that we go get. I think he would be perfect here. He would help out Quinnen. He would help out the edge rushers. The guy is a fucking bowling ball, and he will plow right through. We got watch out for Iowa in the tournament. Yeah, I was with a buddy on Thursday when Rutgers played. And the first thing he said, he was like, watch out for Iowa. They're going to make a run. He's like, they can win their region. They're a good team. They hit some nice shots the other day. They played well. Everyone was yelling at me because when I walked into the pizza place bar next door to my house on Thursday, the Rutgers was up 19-13, and then they went on like a 23-4 run. It was like 37-23 in a matter of like 6-7 minutes, and everyone looked at me like, "The fuck, Rutgers was playing great till you walked in." So sorry for everybody. That was my fault on that one. What we got, John? What are you, Brady fan? Or are you Patriots and just still in love with Brady? I forget. Did you follow Brady to another team, or did you stay with the Pats? Who else we got here? Anthony Washington. How do you feel about Wentz, Anthony? You can't feel that great about it, right? I know if you're like me, you're going to try to put a positive spin on it. But if you're still in the group, in the room here, what do you think about Carson Wentz going to Washington? But yeah, other couple names: Cordell Patterson to the Jets. Christian Kirk is someone I'm keeping an eye on. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting to see who signs, who stays home with the team when they went to free agency. But you'll all agree here, Patriots landing Allen Robinson. I'm not sure. I'm reading that a lot of teams are in on Allen Robinson. I read a thing today that says he wouldn't mind going back to Jacksonville now that they got a competent head coach and a young quarterback. They got a lot of money. Belichick spent a lot of money last year. I would be very surprised if he goes out and does it 2 years in a row. I would be very surprised. That would shock me, actually, if the Patriots went and spent big money again. I know Belichick's getting near the end. He's desperate. So we'll see. It's going to be fun, man. It's a great time of year, right? Like, I give Roger Goodell credit, and people laugh at me sometimes when I say it. I say that Roger Goodell needs credit for making football a 12-month sport. We get news today. The NCAA tournament gets announced. Tom Brady announcing he's going to play football again completely steals the headlines, and it's all about Brady again. You know, Saturday was Jets overreaction to not trading for Amari Cooper Day. That was nuts on Twitter. Tomorrow free agency. You know, they could say that something amazing happened in the world, the war ends, and it's going to be like, nah, NFL free agency is still more important. I'm being a little sarcastic with that level with the war, but you guys get what I'm saying. Whenever there's NFL news, it becomes the story. Oh, good question. I like this. I fold the franchise. I fold the franchise. That's a wrap. We're done. I like Campbell. I like him a lot. I like the culture they created. I like how they came together down the end of the year and they didn't quit. I think it's a good sign for the players that they have there, that they finally have something to believe in when they haven't had it there in a very, very long time. So I did my full round one mock the other day. Let me pull it out. I got it on the phone. I don't know if you were in the show for that, John, when I did the full mock, but we got I got Detroit taking Hutchinson at 2, and I have them taking Sam Howell, the North Carolina quarterback, at the end of round 1, where maybe you could sit him for a little bit. You got Goff for 1 more year. You can sit him for a little bit and bring Howell along at his own pace. I take it that's for the fold them up and close the franchise down comment. Yeah, Hutchinson first, Howell at the end of round 2, and then you got the first or the second pick in round 2 to start the day. A lot of trades happen at the top of that round 2 because GMs have 20 hours to look over and analyze who they want and make those phone calls. It's no more a 10-minute, holy shit, this guy's here, we got to move now. You can make the call at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and the GMs can field trades and offers all day. So being in the top of that second round, the top of the 4th round, when the second and third day start is really, really important in terms of guys in first round falling that you never thought would be available. Maybe a team didn't have a 3rd round pick and they got a guy rated at the top of round 3 and now he's available to start a 4. So it's a good place to be for Detroit. Now the Jets are picking 3rd and 6th in the second round, 35 and 38. So it's a good place to be in for teams that need a lot, and they're not one player away from changing the franchise, right? But all right, gentlemen, we're gonna call it a wrap. Unless anybody got any more questions that come in the next couple seconds, I'm gonna wrap it up. Just wanted to hop in, give a little feedback today about Tom Brady, about the NCAA tournament, a preview of free agency. Also, Jackson Mahomes' older brother got married today, so that was big news going around in the sports world. Oh, man. Ticker. Oh, man, see? I forgot to add that. All right, I'm learning here. I forgot to put the ticker on the bottom. But back to the comments. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for chiming in. You can view us tomorrow between 4 and 6. Be back with the entire crew. We'll do a little NFL free agency preview. We'll have some stories coming in. I'm sure me and the fellows will touch on the Tom Brady situation again as a group. And yeah, thank you. Let me know when you need a hockey show. Okay. I don't do hockey at all, John. But if you have any interest and you got people you want to do it with, and you have a show that you want to do yourself, me or one of the fellas will produce it. And here we go. Jamel right now saying we need one. So I'm sure I speak for the guys when I say that if you have someone you want to do a show with, and then you guys can get with me. I hope he's talking about hockey and not sexual favors. We never know with Jamel, but he's open to everything. Hockey talk, sexual favors, or whatever it takes. And I'm going to make these jokes because he can reply all he wants, but I don't even have to put him on the air. So today I win. Guys, if you're watching, YouTube channel, IOW Sports Network, subscribe, like the videos. Matt, if you want to do something and you can talk about it and you can you want to do a show, you're more than welcome. I know the Jersey boy Paz from Rutgers is going to be out there, one of his teammates going for national championships this year. Yeah, talk to Jamel. We can get your info, which I think we got already. John, if you want to get something and going back to this comment, if you want to put something together, if you got guys who you think can do a good job and be entertaining and hold the discussion, absolutely. At Jamel or send Jamel a private message or email, phone number. He'll reach out to you and set something up. Hockey playoffs are coming. I'm not a hockey guy, but I always say, if you give me a game 7 in overtime in hockey, there's nothing better in the world to watch. It's absolutely the best fucking thing in the world is to watch sudden death, where you lose, you're done, and you win, you go on. I think it's absolutely amazing, a hockey Game 7. So on behalf of the fellas, Lamar Wallace and Jamel Thomas, I thank all you guys for chiming in. And for wings, we talking food, bro? He's from Detroit. So Detroit Mel loves his Detroit Red Wings. I think that's the name. So, gentlemen, have a good night. Everyone stay safe. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 4 to 6. And thank you for chiming in. Peace out, boys. Be good.